Hey, good morning, Internet fans. It's Ryan Perry with a Simple Biz Support. It is Wednesday, therefore it's Social Media Wednesday. And I'm fortunate to have Sarah Giametti on the other side, who is officially back on the mainland. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Ryan. How are you?
I'm feeling good. How does it feel to be back on the mainland?
Good and bad. It's good to be home, sleep in our own bed, although I do miss the fabulous weather out there, where it's a steady, 82 every day.
Yeah, it's tough. For those that don't know, Sarah was in Hawaii or on the Hawaiian Islands for 2 weeks, a little post celebration, wedding, honeymoon celebration. So, congratulations. We're very happy to have you back, and it was good to see you back in the office yesterday. Today, we're not going to talk about Hawaii, though. We want to talk about the holiday season because it is fast approaching. And Sarah's got a number of great tips for you small business owners. Now, originally when we were talking about this concept, I'm like, this is really going to be geared towards businesses that are selling products online because obviously the holiday season is drives a tremendous amount of product sales compared to the rest of the year. But she says, you know what, there's going to actually be a lot of tips and tricks in there for service-based businesses like myself and Sarah with ICT marketing. So Sarah, at this point, social media, it's the holiday season. What are a couple of things that people can do in their marketing campaign to, I guess, get spirited?
Yeah, so it's definitely time to get in the holiday spirit. And for the most part, people think of Christmas for that, although Thanksgiving obviously is in there. But some great ways to bring your social media into the holiday spirit and the holiday time of year is rebranding it to include the holidays. A recent study shows that social media is going to influence about 50% of purchases during the holiday season. And that's a really big amount, and most social media users, about 90%, recommend or they believe recommendations from people they know and trust. So wanting to be a part of that and be in the holiday spirit and participate is really important for businesses. And although, obviously Christmas is primarily a product-based business, there are still services that can get involved in that. And you can do things like changing the cover photo on your different platforms to have a holiday theme to it. Get in the spirit. When you're creating your content calendar, because you guys have been following us for a while and you're being very good about your social media and planning out what you're posting, you can do things like create a hashtag that you use in every single post on every single platform to engage your community. You can also entice your community to participate. So for services, you don't have a product for them to hold and share, but you can ask them to share their favorite holiday memory or their favorite story of when they were growing up. Something that gets them in that kind of that warm, fuzzy feeling that the holidays bring about. Because even though we do buy presents, especially here in the States, it is more about family and friends and spending time together and just having a good time. And so if you can invoke that in your community and get them to engage, have them share videos or pictures with you, talking about what their favorite part of the holidays are, and using your hashtag that encourages the social sharing. You can also do special offers. So, and this works both on product and service side, that if you offer, say, buy now, by midnight tonight, you get 25% off our entire website, or off of this product. So you can offer a special that's just for the holidays, just for social media, but it have a deadline, so it has some sense of urgency. There are lots of options. What I know Ryan would love to see every small business owner do is ask your customers to do a testimonial. If you have products or services, have them do a testimonial with your product or services. With your product in the video. But having video testimonials is a great way to show people, because again, 90% of social media users believe and trust the recommendations of others. That's why reviews online are so effective, because if they see that 100 people, even if they're strangers, all gave you 4 or 5 stars, you're a trustworthy business to do business with. It's just the way that the human mind works. And so if you suddenly have 10, 15, 20 videos of testimonials talking about how great and fabulous you are, and you're sprinkling that throughout your content strategy for the next 2 months, it'll really increase the probability of the people following you buying your service and products during this holiday season.
All right. Okay, great. So let's kind of go back to the beginning of everything. And the first thing, and this is something I didn't think of, and so I love the fact, and I'll have to talk to Danny, graphic designer that I use, is actually changing out your banner image. So for me, it's going to be my YouTube channel, my Twitter, my Facebook. Those are the 3 primary channels that I'm in and that my audience members are in. So those are the ones I want to play in. But actually switch it up a little bit, make it more of a winter holiday theme. Because people get offended by the slightest different thing about, is it holiday, is it Christmas? So those are personal choices there. But definitely changing it up. One, I think it shows people that you're paying attention to your business. You're actually investing in it. So instead of just having one banner that lives there month after month, year after year, by changing it up, it looks that you're actually doing something in your business. You're engaging in your business, and I think that's very important. So I love that idea. And then also reflective in what you're talking about. So we don't want to be talking about the holiday season 100% of the time. However, I think it's a great idea. Some of the other things you were talking about, what are your favorite memories? What do you love to do? And then I was thinking like recipes. What's your favorite hot chocolate recipe, or drink to have in the evening, something like that. Could be a fun way to engage with people. And then if you can get those people to showcase and share that through video, that is just that much more powerful. So I really love those ideas, and it's given me a lot to think about of, okay, as far as my post, you always talk about the 80-20 rule. 80% of your post should be about stuff, other things, and then only 20% should be about your business. And maybe I'll go 20-20-40, and that other 20-20-60. Sorry, I had to check my math there. But that other 20% then could be holiday-related, seasonal information, asking about, what are you doing for the holidays, and also letting people know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And how I'm spending time about the holidays, because my business is about me. I am my brand.
Right, and I love the recipe idea, and even for me, it sparked ideas for my own social media, because I'm a baker. I love to bake. My husband usually makes dinner unless he's too tired, then I'm forced to make dinner. But I'm a baker, so when the holidays roll around, that's my favorite part about it, is that in my family, we make breads, we make the pie, we make cookies. And so for me, like that was a huge thing that sparked it for me, because that's one of my favorite parts about the holidays. And so think about what you like about the holidays and incorporate that in there, but also asking others what they like and get them to incorporate. I think that's a great idea. And think outside the box. And you definitely don't want to do 100% of your posts right now like that, because some people can overdose on holiday spirit. But it's a great idea to split that 80-20 into 60-20-20 and incorporate that in there across your different channels.
Yeah, definitely. And you talked about doing video, and maybe you could actually showcase a a quick snippet of what it is that you're making, and why you really enjoy it, and include the recipe and those type of things with that. I think that would be really cool.
Totally agree. Yeah, my mind was just writing on, okay, well, where am I going to be these holidays to do that? And if you can't do video, take a picture. Take pictures throughout the baking process or the cooking process or whatever you're doing for your holiday. If you you do arts and crafts, if that's part of your holiday theme, whatever your tradition is, traditions are really, really important. People embrace traditions in their family. They continue them along. I've got some from my childhood that I continued with my daughter. And so incorporate that, because it gives, not only are you talking about the holiday spirit and you're helping engage your community, but it also adds that human factor that, like you said, you're your brand. Ken and I are our brand. We own our company. We're very front and center as part of the company. And so giving that human element, they say, oh, you're just like us. You're not just trying to make money. You're not just running a business. You're really a normal person that has a normal life, that has family, that has friends. And so giving that human element, people can relate to you and find a connection, and that helps them ultimately buy from you and be a customer.
Right, and I think the other thing is if you look beyond social media, if you do video, obviously you can incorporate YouTube, but also think about your website. This is a great opportunity for blog posts. Mix up your blog post a little bit, and it could be 5 great easy holiday cookies, or something like that you incorporate on your website. And then also, if you do a newsletter, or if you have an email newsletter that goes out, this is all content that can be incorporated into that. And speaking of branding, you would want to brand your emails accordingly for that holiday season. And I know some people out there are going to be, oh, that's going to be really expensive, blah blah blah. The nice thing is that you can save that file and repurpose it the following year. I'll use an example of Corona. They've had the same commercial, and this is what you don't want to do, but they've had the same holiday commercial with the the palm trees that are like on a little island and they light up, and it's a very Christmassy thing, but they've been doing it for the last 5 or 6 years. It's like, okay, maybe we repurpose it once or twice, and then it needs to be go through a refresher and update it, those type of things. But you have a lot of stuff here that if you create it now, by the time next year rolls around, people aren't going to remember exactly what your banner looked like or what you talked about. So it won't be as time consuming the following year.
Right, and I know, we both work with Danielle and Chelsea, and I know Chelsea in the past our graphic designers have run a special for creating just new cover photos for businesses because it's fun for them. They're very creative. They like to be creative, and that's something outside the box and what they normally do in working with businesses. And so you never know what your graphic designer might be offering in the holidays for a special, and so it won't be a ton of money. And you can use the same graphic across all the mediums, and then they just have to create them in different sizes, but it's still only one graphic. So
right.
It's not as expensive as creating 5 new ones.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I'm really glad you brought that up, because now I'm going to go to Danny and go, I was talking to Sarah, and she said a lot of times graphic designers have a holiday special. What's your holiday special?
Yeah, exactly. Then tell her to just shoot me.
Yeah, I'll just open up with, hey, what's the discount? I want a discount.
Holiday season, I talked to Chelsea. She's going to run hers again this year too. So you never know what your graphic designer is going to be doing. It's worth asking, but even still, like I said, it's still one graphic, so it's still not going to be. It's not going to break the bank. And it's a great way to just kind of get in the holiday spirit. And if you've got a little extra money, maybe you have them create a couple extra graphics that you can use within your posts. So, and if you're a product-based business, here's one that I didn't mention. If you're a product-based business and you are not using Pinterest, you want to get on Pinterest. The largest target market on there are women 25 to 45, and they go to Pinterest for craft ideas, for recipes, for gift ideas. So they're on there researching ideas for the holidays. So that's a great place where if you do, let's say you pick a recipe of a family recipe, you put it on your blog post, you put the picture on Pinterest, and you're driving traffic to your website, and then they get sidetracked with those other stuff that you actually do.
Right.
So it's a great way to leverage Pinterest for the holiday season and get in the holiday spirit, but then drive people to see the rest of your content.
Right, exactly. And worst case, it's great branding. Even if people go to your Pinterest and they end up seeing, at least now you've got one more person viewing your products, even if they don't buy, but from a branding point of view, it's a very powerful way because so many people are looking for new ideas, different thoughts during the holiday season. So, all right, great. A lot of good information. It is 10 o'clock, so I'm going to wrap this up unless you have something last minute spark idea.
Nope, not at the moment.
All right, I think we've covered everything. So the key thing is it's the holiday season. People are in the holiday season. Engage with people in the holiday season, but make it festive. Again, go back to family, that personal interaction, asking questions about the holiday. What are their plans? Sharing your own memories and just engaging people, not in a salesy, hey, buy my product, but just, hey, it's a great time of the year. Let's everybody enjoy it. So with that, Sarah, as always, I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. Hope you do as well, Ryan.
All right, we'll talk to you next week. Bye.